Hello, I'm Bob Starkey. I'm in Scottsboro, Alabama on Goosepond Island. This may be the biggest offering or presentation that I've ever made in my life. There's three things that I would like to do. I'd like to present, propose, and persuade. I'm in the computer software business and have been in it for several years and have been fairly successful. What this is about today is a piece of property that I purchased back in 2006 that I would like to offer for investment for some, I guess, special type investors. I'll explain that. But this is February the 6th, 2010, and I guess I'm dressed up a little bit like going to a debutante's ball. This is my coming out party. I have tried to hold on to this property for 44 months. I have been, I guess, what would it be? I have had some opposition that I don't think is really, didn't know really where it was coming from. I'll explain that in just a second. But I think this is going to be real quick, real simple. If there's more information that you need at the end of this video, we'll put up telephone numbers, contact information, email, and so forth. But like I said, this is February the 6th in the morning, 2010. It's a Saturday. Don't know what day it is in Arkansas or Texas or California where we may get some prospects. But what I have purchased is an industrial park that has some properties on the Tennessee River in northeast Alabama. I have some papers that I will scan to explain this. Give you a map of Alabama, a regional map where Jackson County is, and then a neighborhood map. What I've got behind me here is a large map, and we'll make some pictures of this. There's also, if you're interested, Google does a good job and has a good shot of this island. But I looked at it as a tremendous opportunity for industrial growth for northeast Alabama, Jackson, DeKalb counties, Marshall, Madison. It's a real unique piece of property. I guess its uniqueness is what's gotten me in a bind on it. But what happened here is in 2006, in June, I made the owners an offer and they accepted it, and I purchased over 250 acres of this industrial park right here. This is on the south end of Goosepond Island. Okay? The north end had already been sold, and this is an industrial facility here. All of this was sold in 2004, 5, something like that, and was converted into residential. At one time this island was taken by eminent domain from the people of this area, put as industrial property, and Revere Copper and Brass came and built two plants here. This was called the rolling plant. This was called the reduction plant. The reduction plant is, let me go into this. The rolling mill had rail access, and the reduction plant did too. So here was where the water went around the island, all the way around, and this railroad was built to supply and to have an exit for goods and services coming off of these two industrial sites. So it has a railroad system, it has a conveyor system, it has a barge terminal, it has 8 barge dolphins for barges to tie up to. That's real significant in what I'm going to present to you. What happened in 2006 when I purchased this, I was not aware that some of the legislative people in the state of Alabama had already gotten together with some people, primarily I understand right now, in the Dothan area, who had been connected with Las Vegas to bring casino gambling to Alabama. I was totally unaware of that when I purchased this, okay? So what apparently I did is purchased out from under, I guess, the little Chicago machine in northeast Alabama, a piece of property which is called a barge terminal, that their vision was to turn it into a gambling outlet, possibly casinos, taking barges, putting whatever on them, tie them up out here. This could be a hotel. We've seen the drawings for a hotel, restaurant. All of these lots could be sold to high-end people from Atlanta, Chattanooga, and they would have where they could take their customers, I guess, to the gambling facility. Now, this seemed outrageous for a long time, and it was 2 or 3 years after I purchased this property before I ever even heard that this could be a need for the political people in Scottsboro, Jackson County, North Alabama, that they would be able to connect up with the Las Vegas people and put gambling in northeast Alabama on this barge terminal. Now, it'd be very simple for them to do that. The barges wouldn't be expensive. Decorate them up, put it in there. Very, very economical way to, just like that, have gambling if gambling was legal. So, like I said, all of this started quite a bit of time before I bought this. So, the wheels were already turning. There was already discussion with Congress, with senators and House of Representative members, I understand now, with, and I think it sort of has originated out of a group in Dothan, Alabama, with the people in Las Vegas. So I heard of this about 2 years after I'd purchased it, and my thinking was, gambling, why would you, how could you do gambling? It's not an Indian reservation, but as we got closer, and now, today, February the 6th, 2010, you can't turn your television on if gambling is not being discussed. So those type things are put in motion apparently for a long time. If you're going to change a state and get something in, you don't talk about that. You sneak it in. You get it in slowly. So what has happened to me, I feel like, is I purchased a piece of property to bring industrial growth, to use the barge terminal, to bring goods in. I found this out. I write software for oil jobbers, and ethanol, biodiesel, all of that was big in 2005 and 2006, discussion, investment money. I had investors ready to come over here just immediately. But 2 days after I got the deed, I had legal actions filed against me, and so that has been going on. So as a presentation to a potential investor in this property, you've got to know that there's litigation involved. So that's going to make a lot of you run and hide. But the story I remember in the Bible was, I think they started out with 30,000 and 10,000 left and 10,000 left. They got down to a couple of thousand, and then they wound up with 300. So that's what I'm looking for, is potentially 300 investors, I'll show it on the proposal, to loan money to get this project in action, and to be involved to try to make one or the other of the visions come true.